Are you struggling to find a simple yet effective approach to the IELTS reading section? One of the questions I get asked most often is how to understand everything. What if you don't know the topic? I often get asked about how to find the time to read 3 passages and answer 40 questions in only 1 hour, especially when there's so many different types of questions and strategies to tackle. Well, I'd like to put your mind at ease and give you 3 keys to approaching the reading section. The first is to understand that the reading you do for the IELTS exam is different. Actually, it doesn't require a lot of reading at all, at least not in the way that you usually read for academic purposes. You see, you don't really have to understand everything. You don't really need to have any previous knowledge about the subject. You're not reading to remember everything or to memorize. The key is to realize that your main goal is to identify important information, and only the information that you need to answer the questions. This is why an important part of the strategy for the reading section is to read the questions first. And as you read the questions, underline and mark key words that will help you identify key information in the passage. As you identify key words, you'll be on the lookout for synonyms, nouns with adjectives, and paraphrases in the passage. Another bonus, by reading the questions first, you'll already have a good idea of what the passage is all about before you even look at it. And it won't seem like you're looking at it for the first time. So even without any knowledge of the topic, as you go through the passage for the first time, it will seem familiar. And this leads to the second key. As you begin to work through the questions and passage, don't overthink. Okay? Again, you're not trying to analyze or understand anything. This is a test of your English language ability, not a test about the subject. So trust your instincts. Rely on your English. And if it doesn't seem correct, it probably isn't. And one of the strategies you use for the questions in the reading section is the process of elimination. As you look at the questions, eliminate what is obviously wrong or not an option. Narrow down and limit your choices so that you won't take as long to find the correct answer. Hey, and if you're really stuck and it comes down to guessing, at least you increase your chances of making a more educated guess. And the third key has to do with timing. Do you know that you can actually pick up speed as you answer questions for each passage? You may find this hard to believe, especially if you've heard that questions get more difficult as you go along. They may not get easier, but you can answer them faster. And here's how this happens. As I already mentioned, first you read the questions and become familiar with the passage. Then you skim the passage very quickly and mark the same key information as you did in the questions. And as you begin to answer the questions, each time you go back to the passage to find an answer, you become more and more familiar with the passage. It happens naturally. It almost happens automatically. And with each question, you become more efficient and you actually find answers quicker. You really do pick up speed. It does take practice, and I'll leave you with this final tip. Unlike other academic reading, you don't study for the IELTS reading section. You practice, the same as if you were learning to play the piano or learning to play soccer. Just do it. A few minutes a day can make a big difference, and as you repeat the process, you increase your ability. Well, I hope you found these tips helpful. You can find more tips for the IELTS exam on my YouTube channel, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. And I have a special offer for you too. There's a link in the comments where you can get my free PDF, 8 Essential Skills for the IELTS exam. So take me up on that. And I've also included the link in the comments if you'd like to follow my Facebook page and receive daily tips and even connect with others who are preparing for the IELTS exam. And you'll also find my email, so don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or need more information. Well, all the best on your journey as you prepare for the IELTS exam.